welcome to the Tartan Witch page. This is a page, basically it's just for oracle and tarot readings, where I'll come on, I do some free pulls. I'll be working with the energy oracle again, which is this deck. As you can see, I've got quite a few different decks of cards. I'm on tonight basically just to do a few card pulls and just to go through the different types of cards that are available and what I have, what you can have a reading with. Obviously we've done the energy oracle, not last night but the night before. We did that on Sunday night. We worked with these, and I will slowly get round to working through each and every one and having a little shot, and giving everybody a little pull from each deck. This is the Spellbound deck. These are really beautiful cards. It's really for spell casting and things as well, and yeah, it's really they're really just kind of very oracle like. There is some guidance in there, and then you've got your Sacred Destiny, which are very similar oracle. They're kind of based on all different things, but these are more based on different kind of I wouldn't say lifetimes, but there's lots of different art and things involved, so different places in the world, like sacred places and things. I'll give you a little look. These are really beautiful cards, and they're very just much like tarot and oracle cards. They're all very, very similar. People always ask me, what is the difference between the oracle and the tarot? Well, the difference is that the tarot cards are, they are all very, very similar. You've got your Rider-Waite and you've got your Gilded. Rider-Waite tarot is which most tarot readers will use, and they're very much all similar cards, but the artwork is a bit different. I'm just trying to see if I can find mine now. So there's my tarot ones. I like to work with all the different cards, but in particular it's the energy oracle or the oracle for me. So these have all got your kings, your queens, your pages, your knights, different facets basically, and they help with description of persons, what they'll look like, what the personalities are like, and then you've got your major arcana, which is your major life events, and then your minor arcana, which are opportunities, obstacles to do with love, career, challenges of the mind, and so on. So yeah, they're really, really kind of, they're, how would you say, oracle are definitely far more positive within their messages. These are your Sacred Destiny. So you've got your opportunity card, your miracles card, flexibility, protection, chance, change, trust, flow, fulfillment. All different kind of cards, which are all very similar. Like opportunities would just be like opportunities that are maybe arising within your path. So anyway, I was just giving you a quick little look at each. So this is your map oracle. These are different ones. And then these are also, I always do that with these. These are one of my favourite cards as well to work with. Very different to a lot of oracle cards, because these are starseed oracles, and this is from the idea that our souls have all journeyed here maybe many times before, journeyed other places in the galaxy, and it's more based on your soul work. So it's really not a case of oh, what job should I go for, or romance, and you really want to know the true kind of purpose of your life, and like your soul connection to earth while you're here. Those are kind of the cards that you'd prefer to have a reading with. Then you've got your Archangel Animal cards, and these are just really based on different animals of the archangels. You've got your bears, you've got dogs, wolf, parrot, sheep, everything, and they all just have a small message of, most of the time, it's It's like a nice little message, just a productive message. So yeah, I'm going to be working with these tonight. I'm just going to go and see who's come on. You know the drill. Anyone that has watched before that would like a card pulled, all you need to do is like the page and then share out this live video, and then pop on the comments that you've liked and shared. Sometimes it does come up, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just going to go see what the comments say. So Mary Ann, hello. Hey Chelsea, my wee babes. Molly shared, thank you Molly. Amanda, hi Amanda. Hi Kelly, I hope you're all well. So we've got a shared there from Molly. I'm just going to get the cards, give them a little shuffle. Got my Yankee candle burning. I usually have a white candle burning, but to be honest, the quick just would not take tonight. So yeah, just on to pull a few cards. So we're going to go with Molly first. Molly Melbourne. Oh, we've got two cards straight away. We've got a victory card for you, Molly, which is to do with success and achievement. And then we've got a strategy card, which is to do with making a plan. Now, your victory card, like I said, it's to do with your success, hun. And what it means is there's been something that you've been working towards, whether it's in your schoolwork, professional kind of life, work life, or even within your personal life even. And as you can see, she's holding the Wrath of Victory. And it's really just kind of what it says on the tin, Molly. There is going to be achievement and success brought your way. And basically, like I said, success is on its way, and people are going to notice your hard work. They're going to see the hard work that you have been doing and putting in, and they're really you're gonna kind of feel validated in a way, if that makes sense. And you're also going to take pride in what you've accomplished with this card. You're going to feel that achievement, that success. And as much as that might be a great kind of outer change, like success, with this card as well, it can just as much be a deep inner change that has that you've kind of been taking place, that you've been exerting a lot of energy into. Maybe there's a deep change that you've been working towards. Can be a emotional pattern of some type, just anything really. And you've kind of put a lot of work into this, whatever it is, like I said, whether it's outer or inner, and you've been exerting a lot of effort towards this goal. And just enjoy that sense of accomplishment really with your victory card, because that is what it is. It's success, it's achievement. And don't kind of rest upon your laurels just because you felt achievement, you felt that success. Don't just kind of kick back and think, oh well, that's it. As much as you don't always rush into things, and we like to have that period of kind of calm with that card as well. There might be kind of great triumph, but there is still a lot of work that needs to still go on and take place. This isn't the end, if that makes sense. It's just maybe a milestone to something. And like I said, it might be that the outer work's done and just a little bit more inner work to be done, or the inner work's done and there's still just a little bit of that extra kind of outer work that's to take place. With your strategy card, which I'll give you a little look at that card, hun. It's about making a plan. And what it says is that you have to start just sitting down and kind of being conscious of kind of the future. And with this card, it's about kind of full optimism with this card. And when you do receive it upright, it's time for kind of setting up a very specific goal or a strategy to be able to obtain that goal. And you need to just really, what it says on the card, it's about keeping a little journal, writing down in the direction that you want to go, Molly, and just be aware of the particulars of your goal and regarding your goals, and have some kind of conscious plan in mind to follow, um, and structure short-term goals um, into your reality that will also help make the long-term goals happen. And it's telling you, this card, to set some time putting things in order. Really, it's time to take full control, and you need to add thought to action with this card, and just set your sights on the road ahead, and just have a conscious plan of each day, or things that will help kind of get you to where it is that you need to be. So I feel like you may already be working, maybe schoolwork, I feel like this is referring to. Maybe you've just come out of school or done your exams, or recently had some sort of test, or college or university, and it may be that you're accepted or whatever, but you still need to kind of plan ahead and be conscious, make sure you're taking action, and not just resting upon that kind of achievement, and making sure that you are working forward and kind of striving, continue to strive. So I'm gonna go up and see who shared and liked next. Suzanne Johnson. Hi Suzanne. Hi Tracy. I'm thinking if Suzanne's here, Tracy's probably here. And I'm gonna say hi to Kira, because usually you're all together. Bear with me, I'm a bit busy, Keris. Tim. Apologies. So Suzanne, you are next. Cards are just getting into the place. I feel like that one. So I'm going to leave that one because that flew out quite fast. Oh, and that one just flew out. So Suzanne, your first card is the sixth chakra, and it's Archangel Metatron. Now, Archangel Metatron, he's come in the reverse position for you. Now, he's usually about personal vision. Sorry, I'm just going to move these out here because I like to sit them in front of me. He's usually about personal vision and clarity of thought. But because he has come in the reverse position, it's asking you to get clear. There's obviously a lot of confusion going on. You're not maybe able to see very far into the future, or maybe it's that you're unable to kind of set or set your mind on goals ahead. And like I said, there's been lots of kind of confusion with this card, and an unclear, distorted thinking, because that's what you've not got, that kind of personal vision. But in saying that, even in the state of chaos with this card, it has been going maybe on for quite some time. Maybe you've been kind of feeling lost in that kind of confusion for quite some time. And your lack of personal direction, it can be turned around, Suzanne. But you need to take off the blinkers. You need to visualize how you would like to see your life in the future, and then think of ways that you can then work towards making that a conscientious plan. So say like it's something like you don't like where you live, start maybe looking around at different places to, because like some of us think, oh god, I want to move, but we sit, don't we? Or say it's something like, oh, you want to take up going a walk every day or a run every day, but then we don't actually do anything to make that happen. And it's just about kind of, you need to visualize life and how you want it to be, and make that your intention, and really think when you're going to do things, is this something that kind of projects me forward to what I want, or is this something that kind of just distracts me? And you need to kind of take those distractions away. And it's time to break out of some sort of old toxic maybe thought pattern, and whether this is habits of worry for you, or even doubt or self-criticism. Maybe you're quite self-critic of yourself and you don't give yourself very much positivity, and how you speak to yourself. Maybe you're not very positive. Maybe you maybe put or tell yourself like, oh, I'm too old for that, or I couldn't do that now. Do you know what I mean? And it's about just, it's time to develop this clearer vision for your life ahead, and really how find a healthier way to see yourself and to perceive yourself, if that makes sense. And just think about how you want your daily life to look, and just make changes to make that happen. And with this card as well, this card is to do with your third eye. It is your brow chakra, and it's also about a strong presence there from this angel. And it may be that you just need to affirm that you are creating this new clarity, this new sense of direction and power. And you do have all the power that you need, and you just need to create a strong personal vision, that will kind of guide you to your path. And you need to make that a priority now, Suzanne. And then looking at your next card, hun, which is the Archangel Gabriel, and he is your fifth chakra. He's your throat chakra, and he is to do with communication, self-expression, speaking your truth. And when he does come up, he is basically saying that you have this readiness to communicate with others, honest, like, not that you haven't been honest in the past, but this card just signals that the communication, that acknowledgement for communication and that chakra has been opened, and it's very free flowing. So sometimes we can't really, we don't like to maybe tell the truth, or we like to candy coat things, or we can sometimes keep things to ourselves or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And we don't feel very communicative. We're not very that, we don't have that strong sense of what Gabriel brings us, that energy to our throat chakra. And with this card, he is just the, he's saying that readiness to communicate with others. And as well, this card is about if you have had trouble expressing your emotions in the past with others and how you feel. This card is this tells me that there's going to be a huge change in that, because Gabriel's going to be bringing you forward that energy, that kind of power that you need, that readiness to do so. And you need to be aware as well that true communication, Suzanne, doesn't only start with how we speak to others, but it's how we speak to ourselves as well. And you can't deny yourself that profound, integral value. And like, you need to start seeing far more worth within yourself. Um, and you need to speak up for yourself as well, and remember that it's now time to kind of express yourself freely. And this card is saying that kind of don't wait a moment more to do so. And the universe, it does honour your choice to do so as well. And this can also be the sign of a communication project of some type coming up as well. It might even be in time of heightened communication with spirit, or telepathy with others, so reading others, their thoughts, and so on. So the just from that is, I feel like you need to have a bit more self-belief in yourself, Suzanne, and have a better kind of opinion, maybe on yourself, and speak better to yourself. And yet also kind of try and visualize how and where you'd like to be, how you'd like to see yourself. If you're bored, like, what is it that you need to shake up? Do you need to find a hobby? Do you know what I mean? Just try and just spend some time really visualizing for the future and writing even a small little kind of conscious plan. So I hope that all made sense, Suzanne. So we're going to go to Marianne Partlet, who has liked and shared. Oh, so we've got one card for you. Oh. I'm going to put that back because I don't know if that was ready, if that just kind of fell out or if it came out with some power. Okay. Right, so Marianne, you got two angel cards. You got your first card was the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. He's to do with your throat chakra, but he has come in the reversed position. So then we have the second chakra, and this is to do with Ariel. This is normally to do with intimacy and usually creativity, and she has come in the reversed form as well. So I can see that you definitely have some blockages that are going on within your life at the moment, and first and foremost it is with your throat chakra. And when this card comes in reversed, it tells me that there is a block within your throat chakra, and this has either come from something in your history that may have caused you to shut down communication wise, emotionally kind of wise. But it is important now to kind of break through this unhealthy pattern of not being able to communicate honestly and kind of free flowingly with yourself and with others. And it could be that you're even in some sort of situation where you're feeling like people are not listening to you, that you are maybe giving ideas or chipping in on something. It could be a project of some type, where it's kind of lots of people's ideas or a group or just a few. And you don't feel like you're being taken seriously or even that anyone is listening to your ideas. It may be that your opinion is even just dismissed. But with that, in addition to that, this card also comes with when someone has fear to express themselves. And it can indicate as well that you may have some throat problems, because when these cards come in reverse, they're normally quite a strong message, depending on which chakra that they come through reversed as well. So this kind of may signal that there's been some difficulties, like I say, either in communication with others, yourself included, either just on day to day through life. And like I said, this could be something from the past that has caused you to shut down, and not be able to maybe be very kind of truthful or honest. Maybe you're scared. There's some sort of fear there, and even, like I said, self-expression. But it is kind of important to work on this, Marianne, and to get those kind of physical kind of troubles, because the physical troubles, they could be caused by this not speaking your truth, not speaking up for yourself, not standing up for yourself. That could be why, because your chakra's blocked, and normally when your chakra does get blocked, you find to tend that you have some problems there. It might be quite sore or whatever, but you need to get this energy flowing again, and you just kind of need to clear that chakra. And to do that, you need to call upon Gabriel, and you need to sit, you need to meditate and imagine that power just blasting from your throat chakra in a nice beautiful bright blue light, and just imagine and see your throat kind of spinning, and just muster up the courage as well with this card to speak your truth with yourself and with others as well, because that's really important, to speak the truth with others that are around you and yourself. And it's time to let go of any fear um, of confrontation, and really just stand up for yourself from now on. Um, and which is really weird, because then your next card was your Archangel Ariel card. And like I said, hun, this card is normally, it's to do with intimacy and creativity. And to be honest, intimacy and communication come quite hand in hand as well, because the more we tend to communicate with someone, the more we tend to become more intimate together. And because this card is reversed, it shows that there is some sort of creative block that is going on within you. And if that is the case, then you might need to take more risks and open up a bit more to new and kind of different ideas. And you need to go inwards as well to find what is being blocked, and find the feelings that may be being blocked there. Um, you need to call upon this angel as well, Marianne, because you need to ask Ariel to help you release these old fears of kind of self limitations, and just allow her to kind of affirm that you're open to spirit and love and creative inspiration. Um, and as well, it could be that you've had trouble with intimacy with this card. Because it's a card, like I said, it may not just be creativity that's blocked. It might be nothing to do with creativity. It may just be pointing at the intimacy, and the fact that you have kind of problems with intimacy. And this could be of all kinds as well. Um, it can be just kind of, it could be sexual, it could be just intimacy, talking, getting to know one another, someone getting to know you, you getting to know them. So you just need to really try to heal that energy that's stuck there, and just let go of any old feelings of fear, of kind of self-expression, intimacy, creativity, and just kind of let them go. And just know that kind of real closeness can both be safe and comfortable as well. So you deserve a deep kind of meaningful relationships with friends and with lovers as well. And by not kind of opening yourself up, you're really starving yourself from this love and this connection, and these connections that could really be taking place. And it is devastating when our hearts are broken, or do you know what I mean, a friend that we trusted betrays us. But we also need to remember that these are the things in life that teach us, and that we become stronger with as well. And it is all part of our soul's journey to kind of get into the next place, and learning the lessons that need to be learned, um, to basically be ready for the next kind of phase and chapter of your life that the universe is ready for you. So I hope that all made sense, Marianne. Pop a little comment below and let me know, hun. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I think that is a little bit close. That'll do. Apologies. So next we're going to go for Joanne. I'm too scared to move down in the comments. So apologies and hello to everybody that is watching, because the other night when I moved down, I couldn't get back up, and everyone that I was meant to be reading for, I lost. It just kept going because that many people were commenting and sharing. So if you have just joined and you'd like some oracle cards pulled, all you need to do is like the page and share out the live video. So now we're on Joanne. So Joanne Crockett, you have liked and shared. Oops, apologies. I just grabbed my cable with my foot. Oh, and I'm nearly burning my hair off with my candle. Could you imagine me being like, it'd be hilarious, but not for the right reasons. So, Joanne Crockett. Can we have 2 cards? So that came out on its side. I am going to keep it out. So Joanne, your first card was the financial constraints card. It came out a bit like that, so I'm just going to assume it is like this. And this is about restrictions concerning money that have been kind of taken place recently. They are going to now begin to ease, and you're going to find that your money is a bit more free flowing and you've got a bit more kind of cash to spend. You won't have to be as conservative as you kind of were before with that card, because as you can see there is a safe on it, and there is kind of cobwebs and things in the card, on the card, sorry, and in the safe. So it's just kind of showing that money has been very tight lately. You've maybe not had a lot of it, but like I said, things are going to get better. Whatever maybe was whatever the constraints were before, the financial constraints were before, you probably find that they are now lifting, and that, like I said, the kind of river of abundance with finances is going to begin to flow again. You're going to feel that the previous extreme precautions are now kind of uplifted, and you can spend without that worry anymore. And as the funds come in, you will find that kind of freedom to take more risks. So yeah, just enjoy that abundance that's coming your way. And your second card, which is a very, very good card, by the way, it is the Goddess of the Moon. And your Goddess of the Moon is about intuition, and it's about going within. And this card, it just shows that her arms are stretched out, she's holding the moon, and she's receiving the light of the moon and the light of inspiration. And this card's all about intuition, the ability to receive insights, and kind of the insight from your soul's point of view, from a higher knowledge. And receiving this card as well, that it tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information of all types. So it's a very kind of psychic card, and it's now time to use it when this card presents itself. She's a very, very beautiful angel. She's gorgeous. And she brings you kind of all sorts of information as well, from the kind of mundane to the spectacular. And with her as well, she, for instance, she's someone that kind of gives you that intuitive kind of help, that thought process. So say you might be on your way back from work one night, or on the way back from the shop, or driving's probably a better example, and you decide that you're not going to take your normal route home the way you would normally go. You get a little inkling, like, I'm going to go a different way, I'm going to go the back way. And you go the back way, and you actually get home to find out that there was an accident on your normal route that you would go. Not saying that you would have been involved in anything or like that, but could have been. That intuitive process has kind of taken you away. Do you know what I mean? When you just get that little thing, like that little voice, it's like, go this way, and you kind of follow that. And you have to really kind of zone in and just really work with that intuitive gift that you have, and really follow this, because it can indicate a blossoming of psychic ability, and this is in kind of all levels, mediumship, like connection with spirit, because some people believe that that's where we get our certain information from, is that it's downloaded from the kind of unknown spiritual realm. And with this card, you're always blessed with the ability to connect, and it's telling you that now is the perfect time to open up to that and to really just work with that magic, to work with that intuitive voice that you have, and to really kind of keep going within, because like I said, you've got a very good sense of perception, and not just from outside world but from your soul's point of view, from a learning point of view as well, and a psychic card as well. So like, you will definitely feel your intuitive mind is really strong, and you should listen to that. Everybody should listen to their kind of higher self, their intuitive mind. So we're going to go on now to the next lady that shared, and that is Amanda. Hello Cherie, I've just seen your comment, hon. So Amanda. I need to get a bit comfy. I'm probably going to have to pop off and grab the toilet very, very quickly. Oh, just after Amanda. It won't be. Okay. They just. Oh. You're either very excited or energy is just crazy at the minute, maybe, Amanda. So I hope that made sense, Joanne. Oh, I went too far down. Oh no, right, here we go. Amanda, and then. Oh, I can't see that far yet. So Amanda, we're looking for 2 cards for you. So you got the journey card that's come out, Amanda. That is about movement, relocation, just getting away. So it could be to do with your work. You could be going away for some sort of work kind of venture. It can even be to do with travel. So it may be that you are going to be going somewhere, a little retreat, a little break, a little getaway. If you're hoping to move as well, like relocate somewhere, and it's normally quite a journey if you're relocating with this card, then that's a good sense as well that relocation should go well and things should go off without a hitch. So if you've anything planned, a retreat, or like I said, it could be to do with work, you could be going away with work. I'll just show you quickly, that's your second card. So yeah, she's on the bridge, she's got all her things with her, as you can see, and it's just about kind of like packing your bags in a sense, like you can see on the card. For there is some sort of either upcoming travel or shift in location of some type. It could, like I said, just even be a simple vacation, hun, some sort of like kind of getaway, a little retreat, or class, or even related to your work in some way. It can be, like I said, a move of residence. or a job relocation. So you could be maybe moving somewhere for your job. I don't know. Um, like I said, though, with this being in the upright position, it does stand for kind of plans going off without a hitch. Um, just as long as you're clear really about the motivations and still kind of be mindful of the logistics of planning and making sure you're organised and things. Um, this is a really kind of exciting card. It's telling you that you have really some exciting, inspiring adventures that are coming your way, hun. And this is it's your first chakra, it's your root chakra, and it's Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, he's to do with stability and security as well. And he's just basically saying that you are in a time of stability and security, and energy is really kind of flowing really well. You're feeling very secure and stable within your life with this card. And as well with this card, hun, if you have maybe felt a bit funny and had some issues with security or kind of feeling secure in the past, then these challenges are kind of beginning to be resolved. So if it's been a time of things have been quite unsecure and imbalanced and you haven't felt maybe stability, then this is going to resolve. And this card shows that this will resolve. And saying that he is with you at this time, and he's bringing you that strength and that kind of personal stability that you're feeling so strongly at this moment, and you are capable of taking action and moving yourself forward on your path. And so you just need to allow yourself to keep that kind of increasing faith and your own power. And security as well, and your own security now and always, that you're a very kind of strong, confident lady. So don't worry about kind of not giving up that sense of security, but just relaxing a little. Yeah, so we're gonna go next to see who's liked and shared. Hello, Cherie, hun. We've got Roberta Barker, who was next to have wrote. Remember, anyone that would like a little card pulled, then you need to pop down below that you've liked and shared. So you need to go and like the page, and then you need to share the live as well, and then pop down below that you've liked and shared. It does normally come up above your name, but not always. So yes, Roberta. So I hope that made sense to you, Amanda, hun. So we've got Roberta Barker. Just gonna give a quick little cleanse over my nice candle. There we have one. Oh. I don't know where that went. There's a load there, not there. There's a load there. So, your first card that's come out is the All Tied Up card. And this is normally to do with letting go and moving on. And it shows that there's some sort of freedom that has either come in or that has just came. And it's from either a situation that's kind of been tying you up, or a personal maybe habit or problem that's been making you feel kind of tied up. And what it shows when it comes in the reverse position, Roberta, is that there is a sense of freedom here, because whatever this restriction was, whatever this thing that was keeping you kind of all tied up, whether it was yourself, your mind, another person, a situation, the restrictions are going to be clearing. You're not going to be feeling bound anymore, or kind of all tied up by this person or situation or thing. Um, it's almost like a sense of freedom that you will feel, um, if that makes sense. I just want one more card. So we're hoping for one more card. When we get the other card out, I will show you that card more kind of better. And right. So these are your cards. So we've got the all tied up, and then we've got the second chakra, and it's Archangel Uriel. So that's what your first little lady looks like. And like I said, she's to do with some sort of restriction, hun, that has or was that was kind of keeping you bound, and there's some sort of either previously stuck situation that is going to be opening up, and the restrictions that have been around that are going to be clearing out. And it also can indicate that you are ready to break free, from habits or patterns that have kept you tied up for quite a long time. So get ready to free yourself and feel this kind of empowerment, Roberta, because you have all the power and clarity at this point in time. And with this card, you need to, so you've just to untie your bounds and the patterns that have stopped you from kind of being your authentic empowered self. And it's now time to kind of liberate yourself. It's now time to cut those ties. Your second card, I don't know if you could see it properly before when I was trying to show you both cards, because it's really hard to get both in the shot. So that is your angel, and that's your Archangel Uriel, and she's come in the reverse position, Roberta. So she's to do with intimacy or creativity, and it shows that when she's coming in reverse, there is some sort of block in your creative process or your creativity for even life, maybe. And it might be that you've like yourself kind of maybe not kind of reach out into the world, and you've really just maybe kept into your own little, do you know what I mean, like your own little bubble, if that makes sense. And you need to kind of get out of that, because with that card being in reversed, whether it is to do with creativity or to do with intimacy, because when it comes in reversed as well, it can be to do with problems and intimacy of all kinds. So intimacy within sexual wise, within just kind of issues in general, and it's just maybe you don't like to get close or intimate with someone. Maybe this is something that is going to be getting broken. Maybe this is why this card has come out. Maybe you've been keeping yourself kind of closed off, your heart closed off, or maybe it's that you can have relations but there's just kind of no intimacy behind that relation. I'm going to get a quick drink. I'm going to stop for a minute, get the toilet. I'm going to try and knock as many people out as possible. Let me know if that made sense. Get my little Pepsi moustache off. Let me know if that made sense. Roberta Hunt, Cherie Tony liked and shared. Okay, so we're gonna go with hey Kim Hun, and we're gonna go with Cherie next, and then Kim. Apologies, girls. I can see Kim and Cherie have wrote hello. It's just sometimes people come on and they'll write hi, but they don't want any cards pulled. They're just kind of there to observe. So I don't like to pull cards just in case. But when you've wrote there, liked and shared, and you've liked it and shared it, I know for 100% you definitely want a card because you've liked it and you've shared the live. I'm just going to grab a quick drink in the toilet. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Sorry, 2 seconds. I'll just put that like that. Apologies. I seem to have lost quite a few viewers, but my bad. I'm just not rushing. I don't like it when I rush. So we're gonna go with Cherie Tony. I don't know if she's still on. I hope so. Even if not, I'll be able to see further down in the comments if she's commented again. And if not, I'll just look on my time here on the laptop, because I did try and set up live on the laptop, but it won't work. So I'm just recording for YouTube and thing purposes, or should I say YouTube and things. That didn't sound right, did it? So yeah, Cherie Tony. So we got your first card out. It's the contract card, Cherie. The contract card comes in if you're involved in any sort of court case at the moment, then this is a positive card that things will go in your favour. If not, then it can be a sign of a new home, signing for a new home. It can be the sign for signing a new job. Oh, there's so many coming out. So yeah, your contract card. It's either, like I said, if you're a quote for anything at the moment, this normally says that things will go in your favour when it's in the upright position, which it is. It could be marriage, signing marriage document. What this card is this card is something that it's a card of contract. It's a legal binding document that is needed. So like I said, marriage, a new home, a new car, a new job, anything of that matter. Because as you can see, it's very law kind of, well, not law, but very it does what it says on the tin really. It's got the contract in the back of the books, and then you've got your scales, which obviously stand for your law and order. So then we've got then we've got your action card. Now your action card, you can see on here, hun, you've got your black horse and your white horse. Now this is about energizing effort and the willingness to work, and it basically just says that now is a time for more aggressive forward movement, and these horses, they represent your initial and concerted actions that are directed towards your goals. And when it comes up in that position, it's indicating that you are on the right track, you're going in the right direction, but your determination and your efforts, they must increase. And the white horse, she is your inner, your thought and your inner spirit. That is the horse of spirit and thought. And then your black horse as well is the outer work that still needs to be done. So what it's saying is there's a lot of work that's going on, and with your kind of mind clarity, thought, vision, maybe working out and knowing what you want to do. This could be connected to the job card. And it's just saying that now is that time for the more aggressive kind of forward movement, more determination, more effort. It must increase. And like I said, as much as there has been a lot of kind of inner work that's been done, there is still a lot of outer things and outer work that needs to take place. So you need to continue taking whatever action this is, Cherie, and trust in your intuition and in time that you will break through and see the results that you've been hoping to see. So like I said, it's to do with anything that has got a contract that may be needed signed. So you are going to need to be signing whatever this is, because it's about either partnership or some sort of legal agreement. Like I said, a new home, a job, a commitment in marriage. But whatever it is more than a casual agreement, because a casual agreement is something that doesn't need paperwork, it doesn't need signature, whereas this needs a signature. It requires a document that's binding, or at least for that time being. And like I said, if legal action is underway, then it's likely to turn out in your favour. But whatever this is regarding, this card is about new opportunities, so remain receptive and aware of these. And with your second card, I feel like this could be job orientated, or in personal, it could be marriage, I don't know. You will know what it resonates with, what it stands for. So we're going to go with Kim now. Right. So Kim, I've just noticed someone put hi hen at the bottom. Hi hen. I don't know who that is. Because I can't see. I'm too scared to move down the comments just in case people start disappearing. So, Kim. Too many. So we just like 2 cards from our guides, guardians and angels for Kim. Right, here we go. So your first card, Kim, was the anxiety card, and then your second card to follow was the door to value card. And this is opportunity, a new beginning in finance or career with this card. This card is about worry, it's about distress. If I show you her up front, she's got her hand on her chin, and she's kind of just really, as you can see, she's really worrying and stressing over a situation. And it's about worry, it's about distress, and whatever this is, it causes her a great deal of discomfort. So whatever this is, this actually causes you a great deal of discomfort within your life, Kim. And it may be a situation that you find yourself maybe brooding over quite a lot of the time, or worrying over, or distressing over quite a lot of the time. And it may be that right now is a time of increasing stress for you, and you may really kind of be feeling the full effects of this anxiety, and perhaps even a situation maybe that you find yourself worrying about quite often. And you will notice with that card, the storm outside the window, it's distant, and it's perhaps even beginning to move away. And whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and to just let go, because fretting about it, brooding about it, it is not going to do you any good, Kim. You just need to trust in yourself, and just trust in the process and in your process as well. And when you live more with a relaxed mind and a relaxed heart, you're far more likely to get the answers that you seek. And this card, like I said, this is normally to do with new beginnings in finance and career. But when it comes in the reversed position, it signals that there is going to be maybe either a part closing, a delay, a partial closing of this opportunity, or a complete shut of this career or financial opportunity. And what this card is telling you is to remember not to put all of your eggs in one basket. Remember to diversify your efforts into little things. Almost like always have a backup, basically. Because like you can see, the door is opened. Behind it is just filled with loads of coins and gold and just lush things. And like I said, it may be just a partial kind of closing, or it's a completely kind of a complete closing of this door. And whatever this new kind of hope for opportunity, where money or career was concerned, it's now been delayed, or even possibly completely derailed, completely shut down altogether. But like I said, don't be too stressed, don't worry too much, just don't put all your eggs in the one basket. You need to diversify your efforts and your interests as well, and let your intuition guide you to the next open door as well, Kim. And in the meantime, you need to open your heart and your life to other sources of enjoyment. Money is a commodity, but so is time, so is love, so is tranquility. So choose to kind of open doors to kind of these wonderful experiences and try not to let it just grapple you too much. Just listen to the guidance. Don't diversify your interests and your efforts. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And the strategy card came out reversed there when I was shuffling, and that's normally about making a plan and something, some sort of plan or something, maybe a goal or a hope hasn't quite come to fruition, and it is due to lack of planning, and lack of kind of foreseeing. So maybe you need to plan a bit better, maybe things need to be planned, maybe you need to write, keep a journal and write down some kind of goals, and just kind of take daily action and intent on making those things happen. So we've got hi Han, I liked and shared. We've got Debs Duncan. I don't know if Debs, Debs Ann, so Debbie Ann Duncan is still there, but we're going to keep going. I've just applied for a new something. I can see so much of that. Let me know if that made sense to you, Kim, and if it resonates as well, hun. And try not stress and worry about it too much. That could be maybe where the anxiety is, and that's why the anxiety card came with that. But you've tried not worry or stress too much over this. Like it said, brooding and fretting over it, it's not going to change it. Try and be as organised as possible. So Debbie Ann Duncan, we're looking for 2 cards. Oh, quite a few flew out there. I'm so sorry if that's really loud. Thank you, always spot on, and then ... Thank you so much. I don't know who wrote that. I'm presuming it was Kim. You're very welcome, Kim, hun. Just try and diversify a bit, maybe put in for a few other jobs, or kind of take the day out, think about what kind of things you'd like to do, what ideas you can go with, a little bit of planning. So Debbie Ann Duncan. Debbie Ann Duncan. Okay, so your first card was the World card, Debbie. This card is normally about opening up. It's normally to do with expansion, but when it comes in the reverse position, obviously, it's quite the opposite. It's things are a bit dark. Your second card was the woman holding the heart. She's also in the reverse position. This could be signalling maybe how you are feeling yourself. But normally this is regarding a lady that is quite close to you. It could be a best friend, it could be a partner, it could be a best friend, a mother, a sister, anyone. It's a woman that is connected through matters of the heart, either through value, health, or emotions. But we'll start off with your first one. And this card is in the reverse position, and what it stands for is that you have been severely limiting your views. Yeah, you've been completely limiting your views of things, and maybe you're thinking too narrowly. Let me move that out of the way, sorry. Maybe you're thinking too narrowly in your options for kind of action. Maybe you've kind of boxed yourself into a certain way of thinking, or a certain way of maybe you have to do something. Like I said, it may be that you're feeling kind of boxed in by old ways, and you kind of are finding it hard to think outside the box, to think creatively, and you may have emotionally painted yourself into some sort of corner with this card, because with the world, it's things are upside down, things are not open, they're not expanding, they're doing quite the opposite. You're having to maybe kind of close yourself, or feeling like you're closing, and like your world is a bit upside down, and you could be surrounded by short-sightedness, kind of limited thinking, and lots of self-doubt. Um, and you still have the option to let all of that go with this card, but it is asking you not to wait any longer to do so, because it is time to break out of these kind of limiting horizons, and just kind of break out and see that the unlimited potential that is around you and surrounds you, and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage. um, like I said, this is normally a lady that's in your life, who is very quite critical. Um, she is someone who maybe has a negative emotional influence on your life. Um, there may be some sort of jealousy or resentment there within this kind of relationship, and there may be kind of manipulations going on as well. So don't take things kind of personally with this lady. Um, just kind of break out of that, and just bring kind of this greater clarity, um, and kind of this calm self empowerment to yourself. Don't react. Just allow it to kind of wash over. As much as this woman may be, like I said, bringing some sort of emotional impact to your life, do not let that don't let that kind of scarce you, um, and don't take it personally either. Um, I could even suggest that you are emotionally overwhelmed, and you may feel as if maybe that your love life's a bit upside down, that you have no kind of love life. And it could even refer to, like I said, difficulties with a family member, a close friend. And if that is the case, then it's time to let go or resolve this issue now, because there is a possibility that this woman is someone who does bring you negativity. And like I said, there may be kind of subtle jealousies and resentments going on, and even manipulations. So, like I said, don't take things personally. Just endure to kind of bring greater clarity and more calm self empowerment to yourself and to the situation that is at hand. And always remember that, always bring yourself that kind of loving, heartfelt energy, and that you deserve that care and consideration. Um, so whether it's your emotional life has maybe been turned upside down, or you don't have much of a kind of emotional life at the moment, or it's regarding like things kind of being quite tough, your world being upside down, you've maybe had quite a bad falling out with a friend, or a family member, and there's been some issues there, with you both. And if it's not yet kind of happened, then that may still to come, be to come. But it could be either because of the world being reversed, like I said, that's to do with expansion, kind of opening up, and the reverse, that's closing down, emotionally painting yourself into a corner, self-limiting views, and just really kind of self-doubt and fear, and really just stepping back, hiding from the world. And that could be because you're emotionally overwhelmed. So I hope that made sense, Debbie. And the next person I see, oh, thank you, all made perfect sense, and I have a lot of issues talking about my feelings and letting friends get too close takes a lot for me to trust someone, and I have a lot of walls due to past experiences, which that's completely, and the more that you talk about it as well, and even if you bring it up with those friends that maybe are trying to get a bit close and they kind of feel like they're a bit like, what's up? Like, why won't she speak? Or do you know what I mean? Why is there that wall there? Maybe you just need to explain why that wall's there. So we've got Kelly Gracie. Oh. Okay, that really, like, I don't know if anyone's seen that, but that just flew right across here, like to the other side of the room, believe it or not. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Wow. So it was this card, and it went quite a far bit away. I actually got stuck under the door, which why it took me a little while. I'm a bit breathless after. I'm not trying to get that. So I don't know, I'm going to put back in because it did land on its side, Kelly. So it could be, that I feel like it should be upright. Like, that's what my intuition's telling me. So I'm going to go with my intuition. So Kelly Gracie, got your first card, and it is the attachment card, hun. So it's about the perceived need to let go, and desperation as well. And attachment comes when there is a blockage in your life and it's stopping you from being able to move forward. And whatever this blockage is, it is an old attachment, or an attachment of some type, and it's an unhealthy attachment. So it could be a relationship, it could be a personal habit or addiction. And what it says is this attachment, it stops you from moving forward in your life. So it could even be an old relationship, or a relationship that you're still in. But whatever it is, whether it's a personal habit, whether it's an addiction, whether it is someone, something, it is about that kind of perceived need and that desperation to let go. And what it is saying is, as well, if you look on this card, the lady, she holds a mask of content, but this is just a mask. And what that tells me is, you may pretend or put out to the world that you're happy and that life is kind of very much how you'd hoped and wanted it to be, but in actual fact that is not how you truly feel. It is just a mask. So I'm going to put that there just now. I'm going to try and see if we can get a second card to kind of go on with that. So yeah, so this mask of contentment shows that you're not really happy, that your passage forward is blocked by something, whether it's, like I said, old personal habits, emotional patterns, unhealthy habits, unhealthy relationships, old relationships. You are holding on to it, you're not letting go, and whether it's fear from the past or desperation of the future, you just can't maybe seem to live happy in the here and now. And this card, it's asking you that, is it fear of the future and desperation, or limiting beliefs, and old kind of personal habits that are keeping you stuck? And if it is, then it is time to kind of break through these addictions, these habits, these relationships, and kind of work on bringing a kind of greater sense of a more kind of happy, authentic person that you are. Um, your second card just came out there, hun. It was the hostilities card, and your hostilities card, as you can imagine, it's exactly as you can see the man on the card. It's a man ready for battle, and that's to do with defences being up and some sort of aggressive energies. Um, yeah, I just want you to look at that card, and like I said, it's about the perceived need and the choice to let go. And there's something that is blocking your passage forward with that card, and the bolt that is around her wrist, um, that is bolted to either fear from the past or desperation about the future. And like I said, although you may wear the mask of content, you simply can't seem to go forward. You're feeling stuck, kind of stale, like stalemate where you are. Um, and the stuff that could be keeping you stuck, it could be physical addictions, it can be emotional patterns, even old relationships. Are you living in fear? Are you addicted to old unhealthy habits? Or so desperate about your future that you can't be happy now? And if so, then the chains that bind you are of your own making. And this card, it's telling you that it's time to take action, and it's time to kind of break out of these chains and move forward into a more open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. And know that you are capable of doing that, um, Kelly. And until you do let go, or make that choice to let go and not have it be a need anymore, make that choice and actually let go, this kind of cycle, this stuck energy cycle, it will just repeat itself and repeat itself. So for instance, sometimes you can be in a relationship with someone, things have kind of come to an end. Superficially, you're still connected on the upfront and kind of the surface of things, but deeper below, it may be that, this is just an example, that you don't actually have a deeper kind of connection beneath that. It is just, like I said, on a superficial. And instead of sometimes letting go and moving on and breaking up, familiarity and habit are compelling things, and we tend to ignore our intuition and actually just stay in the comfort, when in actual fact that breakaway is needed in order. So say you just kind of keep that going, that relationship's going, it seems great, everything's great, maybe it's just like and then just life's going nowhere, there's nothing new, there's no, you just feel stuck, you know what I mean, you feel like there's no progression there. And that could be down to, like I said, because it could be staying in a relationship, a job even, that no longer kind of, I wouldn't say it's a job though, because I would say it's normally to do with emotional patterns, habits, addictions, attachments, whatever attachment, think of attachments, relationships, friendships, old friendships, something that doesn't allow us to go forward. And like I said, unless you fix this now or try and kind of work out what this is, you are not going to be able to move forward. There is not going to be, you're not going to be able to kind of break that cycle. You're going to have to deal with these attachments first. This is, like I said, your hostilities card. It shows a man, he's ready to do battle. It's to do with defences being up, it's to do with aggressive energy. And a lot of the time as well, we find that, see, when we let go of things, people, situations, it can cause some tension. There can be some kind of disarray that comes from that, whether it's attached or not. But when this card comes up, it reveals a situation where hostilities are about to be towards you, basically. And they may have already been engaged. This could be something that is already kind of going on at this moment in time. And this energy, it could be verbal, it could be emotional, with someone in your environment, and they could be being excessively critical and just demanding, and you might find that they could be quite hurtful, and this could even be regarding work or in a social setting. Then it would stand for some sort of backstabbing or slander, out and out kind of slander going on. um, it is different, very different from the deceit card though, because the deceit card is one of manipulation and hidden tactics, where the hostilities card, it's aggressive energy, it is very apparent to you anyway. Do you know what I mean? There's places, people, that there is aggressive energy, you know, that maybe something's bubbling already, it's already begun, and it's just kind of tick-tock, a waiting game for things to explode or whatever. Um, but like I said, it is different because in the fact that you could have been living with this hostile or aggressive energy maybe for kind of some time. It could be something that's gone on for a while. Regardless though, whether it is old or new energy, it's now the time to kind of regain control of whatever this is, and allowing dishonour and treatment from others. It just really kind of gives an open invitation for more from the universe, from others. People see that, and then it builds from there. So it may feel kind of risky to you, Kelly, but you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself now and in the future, whatever this is regarding. You need to kind of be ready for this hostile kind of energy, and yeah, just be ready to stick up for yourself, whether it's someone bitching about you in your friend group or at work. Just kind of wait and see, and time will tell. You, like I said, you may already be aware of this apparent aggressive energy. It could be something that you've lived with for quite a while, a partner, a friend, a family member, whatever, and you're feeling the kind of, like I said, the things are starting to bubble. The aggressive energy is becoming more apparent. If not, it's already being engaged. So I hope that made sense to you, Kelly. Let me know, hun. Chelsea, we've got Chelsea Bewley. I think it's Bewley? Bewley? Chelsea Bewley. I hope I'm saying that right. Hello to anyone that has just joined. If you would like a card, all you need to do is go and like the Tarot Witch page, and then share the live link, and then comment below that you've liked and shared, and I will try and get through as many people as possible. There isn't very many people now, so there's only 6 that I can see, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a couple more done at least, and then shoot off, guys, because I've been on now I think about an hour and a half, a little bit more. So we've got Chelsea Bewley. If anyone would like to book a private reading with myself, then all you need to do is drop me a message, and I will get back to you with price lists. So we're just looking for 2 cards. Yeah, I also do home tarot readings and oracle readings, but obviously due to the COVID restrictions, I'm unable to be able to travel or get into anyone's home at the moment, go in anyone's home. So at the moment it is all just kind of technology and internet based. But as soon as restrictions are lifted and things, if there's any hen parties, birthday parties, charity events that you would like to book us for. I say us because I work solo, but I also work with my business partner, who is also like basically like my sister, but we're best friends. We've been best friends for over, I think it's 15 years now. So yeah, we do parties and things together because she does cards, she loves crystals and things. She's very spiritual. Oh, so apologies for that. Someone's just tried to ring me. So Chelsea, I'm just waiting for 2 cards to come out, Chelsea. So yeah, hen do's, parties, all of that. And you can also catch me on a group that I run with Hayley, which is Raven Sisters. It's a private group. Okay, Chelsea. I've got 1 card for you, Chelsea. And now your second card. So Chelsea, your first card was the door to value, and that card has come in reverse. Now this card is usually to do with new beginnings in finance or career. And then your second card was the Goddess of the Moon card reversed as well. So we'll start with your first card, the door to value card. Now this card, when it comes in reversed, it's either a partial or complete closing of a career opportunity or a financial opportunity that you once had or was in your grasp. Now, with this card, it does ask you not to put all your eggs in one basket. It asks you to diversify your interests as well as your efforts, and just, it may be just a delay. Like I said, it may be a complete closing of that door. But whatever it is, just kind of be ready. Do not count your chickens before they hatch, basically. Because there may be a delay in either some sort of financial kind of beginning or like opportunity, or some sort of career opportunity where a job was concerned. Maybe you have had an offer of a job, or hoping for this job, and it seemed very kind of likely, and it may be that things may be delayed or it doesn't actually happen at all. But like I said, it's some sort of new beginning, usually in finance or career, and when it's reversed, it's a negative impact. There's delays or complete closing of that kind of opportunity, that door. And it's just reminding you, don't put all your eggs in one basket, diversify your efforts so that when this does happen, if there is a delay, if the door is closed, that financial or career path is kind of closed, then you have a backup plan. You've got other eggs in other baskets. So like I said, diversify those interests and those efforts into different things as well. So if this doesn't quite work out, then you've got something to fall back on or other things. Your second card is the Goddess of the Moon reverse. Now this is about your intuition, and it's about going within. And when it comes in the reverse position, it tells me that you are living at the moment in a very kind of dark place. Now this is a really kind of beautiful card, and when upright, it is all about kind of intuitiveness, going within. But when it's reversed, there's some sort of block in your intuition, and there's an inner disconnect, or sense of that your life's kind of, you're living in the dark, and that might come from this kind of deep desire to know your true purpose and what you're here to do, and what your life should be. And it can feel quite very distant at times, and you feel quite disconnected from that kind of purpose, that truth, that inner intuitive kind of connection. And this can feel quite dissatisfying, because the message with this card is that there's this a dissatisfaction where your inner kind of life is concerned, and it could be possible that it could be even extreme worry or kind of distress, discontentment, that are the obstacles that seem to be blocking your kind of inner peace. and that wisdom that you do seek. So if that is in fact right, then you need to let go and renew your faith within yourself and within your external spirit as well, and get out of your own way. You need to release any fear that is blocking the truth of your blessed kind of true external nature, your soul, your higher self. And you know yourself best. And so just to kind of allow that stillness within your life to just be able to bring those answers that you seek, and listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice, and trust whatever it is that you receive. So I feel like you're normally quite intuitive, normally quite psychic and connected, but maybe this kind of opportunity that's kind of been taken away or delayed is gonna cause some sort of kind of darkness living, because this isn't darkness as in maybe living in darkness as in like depressed. It can stand for depression as well, but it can also be the sense of a metaphorical sense of darkness, as in you are a really curious person when it comes to kind of soul, life journey, lessons, and so on. And like I said, you're normally quite an intuitive person, maybe, and you're just feeling this real kind of inner disconnect and this inner dissatisfaction where your kind of inner life is concerned. And like I said, it could be worry and this kind of satisfaction that's causing the obstacles to this kind of intuitive being that's within. And you just need to take a bit of stillness in your life and just renew that faith in yourself and in your external and internal kind of soul and being, and just trust in the process and trust in your intuition. Just maybe you need that kind of quiet time to step back and just trust that voice that you hear. So I hope that made sense to you, and it all resonates, Chelsea. Let me know. I'm just going to go down. So we've got Fahabi Rays, and then we've got Shauna. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Joanne. Debs liked and shared. Did you, Debbie? I think you've maybe missed it if you've come back on, hun. I did you a little while back. I'm trying to think what your card was. Do you know what? I really can't remember. Apologies. I do that many that I forget. How far am I down? I think I've liked and shared. I've done you also, Roberta Hunt. You may have been off. You may have popped off because I know what it's like when you're sitting waiting for a card. You can't be arsed watching the whole time. You want to just get your card sometimes and just get off. It is there, hun. You may have to wait until I've finished the video, and then you may be able to go back. And I'm really sorry I couldn't even. It would be great if it showed you how much and how long you were on, because then I would just kind of have a wee look, and anyone that wasn't on, I could have a wee look, write down the time, and then tell you what time to kind of go back on. What I might do for next time is keep my notepad and try again for the third and final time to try and get this set up with this laptop. It's because I've now thankfully set up all my podcasting gear, so I'm going to try and do that, and if I can, I'll be able to work with my phone and things at the same time, and I'll be able to check what time it is each person's readings come up, and jot it down, so that if they do go off, that I can let them know what time in the video, so they don't have to watch the whole thing, and they can go. But if you look, I've done it by order of comment, Roberta, so if you go on to comments and look to who was before you, and then just kind of skip through, you'll know where you're at, hun. So I'm going to do one last person. So I am. Bear with me. I'm just gonna have my rollie. That's not a rollie. Give me my rollie. Apologies, I'm just gonna have a quick fag. Because I would stay on longer, but the urge for a ciggy is really strong, and it makes me be like, no, I need to get off and go smoke. I don't like smoking on camera. I think it's really I know it probably sounds stupid, but I find it really ignorant. It's like, it's not something you want to watch, someone smoking. Right, so I'm gonna have a little look. Hey Tihan, thank you. You're welcome. Just applied for a new college course and something completely different. Right, so maybe do a few applications for a few different things. So if you don't get in for that, Kim, that you may get in for something, like have a backup, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna go down. Is there room for a card for me at all? Is that cheeky? Apologies if it is. No, not at all, Richard. Don't worry. I've come on to mini card, waiting for cards to be pulled myself. It is an annoying wait. The trick is to try and get on first, and try and comment first. And I know that's really, really hard because especially I'm terrible. I'll say I'll be on at 8 and then something comes up. Mummy duties come up or wife duties come up. And then I have to say, oh, I'll be on at 8:30, and then I'm on 15 minutes later than that. So apologies for my punctuation. My punctuation, my punctuality, because it can be quite terrible. I'm still here. Shauna, have you, oh have I forgot you, Shauna? Bear with me. I've just got to stop this on my laptop. No, stop taking video. Why won't it work?